Hey, what's up? It's me. And I am in my office, and I have been sitting here thinking about stuff. At the moment, my main thought is what the universally hated manufacturer of cars is from different continents. So I'm going to do Europe, America, and Asia. Now, these aren't just universally hated. These are universally hated that actually have fantastic cars, and it's by fact. It's not by an opinion. They're great. They're great cars. They just are. There's no really disputing the fact that they are great cars, either for what they do or for what they are. So I'm going to start with America, and I'm just going to give the candle to. Yeah, it's going to be General Motors, and there's for two reasons. Recalls, for one, and the next one after that would, of course, be the government bailout. And that's just over here in America, they really don't like it. I don't know if that really affects anyone from outside of the U.S. for disliking General Motors products, but it sure as hell affects us, me included, in that. It might not affect you. You might not give a shit about it. You might be a General Motors fan. I am not a General Motors fan, but that is not my bias on this situation. I'm talking about universally hated things here. General Motors is not liked because of those two things. Recalls and the government bailout. You could say the same thing about Chrysler. They took the bailout too. You know, who didn't take the bailout was Ford. There you go. So, let's go over to Europe. And it kind of pains me to say this, but Volkswagen. Volkswagen is a universally hated car company from Europe at the moment. And it has been for a while. And I'm going to give two main reasons for it right now. Dieselgate, of course. Especially now. Well, only now, because it only comes out now. So, Dieselgate and that old joke about them of check engine lights. It's just, anyway, there's that. There's the stigma with that. Oh, it's gonna break down. Every car's gonna break down if you don't take care of it. If you take care of it, it doesn't break down. Or it might break down, but you fix it. It's still gonna break down. But yeah, there's the universally hated one from Europe. Now, Asia is tricky. Because one of them that's sticking out to me right now, because I hate them, is Kia. I dislike them immensely. I don't like anything that they produce, and I never will. That's just my own opinion. You can start naming off great Kias all you want. I'm not gonna pay it any mind. I don't like them. I don't think they're good at all. So I'm just gonna take that out because I'm kind of biased on that. And also, it's a universally hated thing that actually makes a great car. So I'm gonna say Honda. Universally just hated, unappreciated for what they are. I think that would be the one of the world, actually. I mean, they're fantastic, in my opinion, but also in fact. They just are. They're great cars. Certain ones are problematic, yes. But for the most part, flagship ones aside, Type Rs, NSX, the S2000, put those out of the window. The Civic, the Fit, or the Jazz, whatever it's called in your country, great cars. The Civic lineup is great. From the frickin' beginning all the way on. Great cars. They are great cars that have so much potential. Mr. Regular said that about the S2000. It's a car with potential. And that's what I think pretty much all Hondas are. You know, that aren't a specialty souped up version of one. They're great cars that have great potential. That can be said about all the companies that I've listed. General Motors, Volkswagen, all of those cars that are great in that lineup. I'll give you the ones from Honda first. Let's go backwards then. Honda, great cars, just amazing cars. Honda Prelude, Honda Civic by itself, the Honda Fit or Jazz. The other one that would be good as a car, I'd have to say, would be the the Accord. There's the coupe, there's the sedan, the wagon. All of those are fantastic. Yeah, those are the ones that I think are the good ones that aren't a flagship. Just good base model cars, good for getting around, good for driving, good for everything. The other one, the other company, I guess we'd go backwards from that, go to Volkswagen. They give a bunch of crap about this Dieselgate thing. Stay away from TDIs then. Even though the TDIs are great cars, they get great gas mileage in real life, they do, because you end up not filling your tank up for a certain amount of time. So, emission scandal doesn't mean shit. Well, who cares about emissions anyway? So, Volkswagens that are great. I'm just gonna do stuff that's modern. We could go all on about retro stuff all you want, but this is just modern stuff. The number one that's coming to my mind right now, and there is no bias here at all, because I've never driven one, but it's a great looking car, sounding car, and the specs on it are great in my opinion. The Scirocco. I mean, look at the damn thing. It's just, oh, it's so gorgeous. Anyway, Scirocco. Passats are fantastic. Neighbor's got one, the new one. Then after that, I'd have to give it to the Jetta, and that's because I've got one. And it's fantastic. It's just a great running car. I guess you're gonna fucking go, you piece of shit fucking Subaru owner. Not to all Subaru owners, but this piece of shit PZEV fucking owner in front of me. Oh, I hate you, I hate you. Anyway, sorry for the road rage. So, then from General Motors, I'm thinking the great cars that are not specialty cars from General Motors would have to be the Sonic, the Turbo. I would give it to that. I don't know if that counts as a specialty because it's turbo, but the Sonic Turbo, awesome looking, awesome performing, for what it is. It's this little hot hatch. And then of course, the one that I've driven, the Malibus, the Cruises are great cars. They're great cars. Totally recommend them to anyone who's looking to get a car for commuting if you have the cash for it. They're great. They're fantastic. Great on gas mileage and everything. If you want a little more punch, I would go for the Malibu V6. Those things are pretty damn quick for what they are again. You know, those are just a few of great cars from General Motors. And then, you know, there's tons of cars that are just hated. Anyway, those are mine, and I'm thinking those are universal. I might be completely wrong. Let me know if they're wrong, and if you have got to this point, thank you for watching, and if you haven't, whatever.